Hello everyone, my name is Xbox One and welcome back to Dream Daddy Dad Dating Simulator. It has been a while, a very long while since I've played this game again. I want to say that the last daddy I dated was Matt. I want to say it was Matt. We have gotten through, I believe, Hugo, Brian, Craig, and I want to say Matt. And I could be wrong. Today we voice crack. Today we are gonna go after Damien. Damien is actually my brother's favorite Dream Daddy dating character. So I'm actually excited to see how his dates go. We arrive at the mall, a big indoor shopping center with a couple different floors. It's kind of dead, but that doesn't stop a mall security guard from yelling at a group of loitering teenagers. Let's eat something disgusting for dinner. Hell yeah. Language missing. Heck yeah. Better. We approach the food court and evaluate our options. There's greasy restaurants after greasy restaurants. My heart burns just looking at the menus. Nobody looks happy to be there. What are you in the mood for? Bread dipped in sugar, bread with cheese on it, or do you just want to inject some fat directly into your bloodstream? I extend my hand to her. Would you do me the honors of sharing some nachos? She takes my hand with a grin. It would make me the happiest, cheesiest girl alive. We order a giant pile of chips and unnaturally orange cheese from a very unenthusiastic and possibly stoned teenager. We take a seat at a rickety table and dig in. These are bad. These are very bad. But also strangely delicious? We have to eat through the pain. We enjoy the fluorescent cheesy goodness together until we're all out of nachos. So, something seems to be bothering me for a while. Can you explain memes to me? Which meme? All memes? Mana sighs deeply and places her head in her hands. Dad, it's complicated. See, memes are inside jokes shared by a bunch of people that gets less funny the more people do it. So the problem is that by the time the meme gets to you, Dad, all of us youth have already done the joke to death. And what's worse is that that movie and TV and video games will try to jump in on a meme train just based on how long it takes. I lost my train of thought. I can do this. And what's worse? Oh my gosh. Ugh. And what's worse than that is that movies and TV and video games will try to jump in on the meme train, but just based on how long it takes to make them, the meme will be long dead by the time it comes out. So it just states it, and it isn't funny. Oh shit, what up? Dad, please. Anyway, changing the subject. Where to now? Want to go to the golf store? What? You know, the one that's all black and tries to establish itself as an anti-establishment despite being an exact representation of an establishment? I don't know what store you're talking about. You know, the one where you can buy chain wallets and it's basically an assault on what people fought so hard against in the punk and hardcore movements of the 70s and 80s. Dude, you gotta be more specific. The one you threw up in that one time. Oh, that one! Amanda runs into the store with me trailing behind her. She makes a beeline for the back. Right. There it is. You can still see the outline. Kinda. I'm so proud? Speech! Amanda. Speech! Alright, I'll do it if you stop chanting. Amanda stops immediately. I clear my throat. Thank you all for joining us here today to commemorate an historical moment that would forever shape history. On a day very much like today, some 5 years ago, our very own Amanda Ann Paddington had too much blue raspberry slushy on and outing to the mall. After begging her fathers to take her to Dead, Goth, and Beyond to buy rainbow suspenders, she proceeded to throw up all over the display of My Chemical Romance merchandise. Her loving father then had to pay for said merchandise, which to this day remains among our possessions. Thank you. Amanda is moved. She begins clapping, slow at first, then faster and more vigorously. Several other patrons turn their heads. One of them also starts clapping, and I bow my head. Oh, hey, chain wallets. While Amanda busies herself looking at band t-shirts, I try to find something of interest to myself. Not much for a dad to look at in Death, Goth, and Beyond. Who can turn down a hot deal? There's a big cardboard box of marked down items. I'm pretty sure $4 for purple eyeliner is a good deal. I think. I wonder if I would look good in purple eyeliner. Hell yes, I would. Look, this is very important to me. I overhear a stifled argument over the cash register. An older gentleman is carrying a garment and showing it to a bored-looking cashier with pink hair. I can see that. Oh, sorry. This is the pink-haired cashier. I can see that. Don't know what to tell you, dude. I just work here. Listen, when I bought this outline, the website said this blouse was Victorian inspired. However, when I received it, it clearly held the trademark of Edwardian dressage. Do you want a coupon? I can give you a coupon. Will you leave if I give you a coupon? Is there a manager present? People have to know what they're buying. I am the manager. Huh. I see. Well, it would seem that I have overstayed my welcome. Good day, shopkeep. Your superiors will receive a strongly worded letter by post. Whatever, dude. The man swirls around and storms out, his literal tailcoats tailing behind him. I can't tell if they're Victorian-inspired or Edwardian in nature. Amanda trots up with me with a t-shirt in hand. Oh boy, here it comes. Hey, Dadtron 5000? Yes, I'll buy it for you. Wow, that was easy. Thanks. At least it's only one this time. Amanda plops the shirt onto the counter and grins at the cashier. I love your hair. The cashier says nothing and rings Amanda up, radiating hatred. I hand her a 20. So what was that guy's deal? The cashier rolls her eyes so hard I'm worried she'll pull something. That's Damien. He's in here all the time. He's obsessed with Victorian fashion or whatever. She hands Amanda her bag, and it's clear the conversation is over. We make our way out of the store and head home to get some rest. Oh, there's so many dads. I want to go to Joseph and Damien only because I'm trying to get along. I'm trying to get with Damien. I spot Joseph chatting with the guy from Dead, Goth, and Beyond by the grill. I wonder what they're talking about. I walk over to them. What was the voice I gave him again? Oh, this is why I can't be reading all this stuff. So, I'm curious, can you walk me through why you had your house painted black? Where do I even start? The house stays warmer in the winter, it provides an artistic contrast to the rest of the neighborhood, and it completes the crimson interior perfectly. It's definitely an interesting choice. Thank you, I'm very proud of my abode. Fox! I was just having a conversation with Damien here about his aesthetic design decisions. Damien regards me up and down with a warm but critical eye. How do you do? I don't believe I've had the pleasure. I think I saw you in Dead, Goth, and Beyond the other day. Damien's face turns bright red. I must apologize for my behavior on that day. You see, I take the goth lifestyle very seriously, and to be caught in a ruse by such a corporation as Death, Goth, and Beyond was profoundly frustrating indeed. I hope you see that while my anger may have been justified, it was no such way for a gentleman to act. It's Okay, man. Do tell me about yourself. Are you new to the area? Yes, my daughter and I just moved in the other day. She was the one I took to Death, Goth, and Beyond. Very good taste on her part. Does she partake in the goth lifestyle? I think for a second, I look over at Amanda, who's hanging out with some of the older kids in the neighborhood.
Aye.
Hey, Amanda! Would you consider yourself goth? Amanda yells back. I wouldn't necessarily try to fall under that any specific label, but I guess if I had to choose, I would describe myself as twee hipster with some normcore learnings. Bats are cool, though. Pity. Are you enjoying the party so far? Oh, definitely. Thanks so much for putting this on. It's nice to be in the cul-de-sac where everyone is friendly and welcoming. Amanda walks up to the conversation. I also like Lost Boys a lot. Really good movie. Does that count as goth? My bad. That it would, my dear. I don't believe we've had the pleasure of meeting. Damien Bloodmarch, at your service. I love that name. Damien finishes the sentence with a flourish and a bow, producing a single rose and offering it to Amanda. Amanda blushes and returns the gesture with a curtsy. My, do you know how to treat a lady? Hello, Amanda. Seemingly out of nowhere, Joseph's twin kids appear. Are they speaking in unison? Hey. Won't you come play with us? Come play with us forever? Guys, enough of the creepy twin stick. We've talked about this. Christian and Christy slowly back away. Where did they get that from? Mary pops into the conversation, wine in hand.
Yeah.
I don't know. Mary takes a long... Oh, I should have given her a sloshy white mom voice. I think I might have tapped over the VeggieTales VHS with The Shining. Who knows? She takes another sip of her wine. Where's Krish? Wasn't he with you?
Oh.
You had him a moment ago. He's probably stuffing dirt into his mouth. He'll be all right. Toddlers are pretty resilient. Mary tips her glass to me. Ain't my first time to this rodeo. It's my fourth. I have squeezed 4 little... Sweetheart, would you do me a favor and please find Krish? That would be great. I'm sure he's fine. Mary? Okay, jeez. Mary finishes her wine and wanders off. Dad, can we... Oh, is this Punk? Dad, can we go now? Lucien, have I introduced you to Fox yet? Hey, it's that Punk from Amanda's school. I remember you. Whatever. That's no way for a young man to speak to his elders. Be polite. Lucien bows. Whatever, sir. Lucien bows again. Mr. Christensen, may I have a veggie burger, sir? Coming right up, bud. Are you a vegetarian? Yep. Make that 2 veggie burgers. Did you know that some people in the Victorian era were vegetarians? They described carnivorous type people as bloodlappers. Dad.
Hey.
That's really interesting, Damien. Joseph turns to the grill. Just a hint of tattoo peeks out from underneath his sleeve. I can't believe I didn't notice it before. It looks like the bottom of an anchor. Whoa, is that a tattoo? Yep. I wasn't always a youth pastor, you know. That's so cool. Want to see mine?
Oh, my.
What? Lucien pulls up the rubber bracelets, revealing a lopsided 666 in black ink. My buddy gave me a stick and poke tattoo last week. I think it's healing up pretty good. Lucien! We'll talk about this later. That's pretty cool. What's the significance of the tattoo? I don't know. I just thought it looked sick. Well, in my opinion, the only reason you need it to get a tattoo is because you want one. Careful though, that number carries weight. Man, Joseph is way cooler youth pastor than I thought. I just figured youth pastors popped out of the room with a Bible. I wonder what he did before preaching. We're gonna fast forward with burger time.
Oh. Hey. Wink.
Wink. And fast forwarding. I mean, I got a burger in me. Sweetie, if I can impart any sort of wisdom upon you right now, and not that this would be a bad situation, but if you're ever in an uncomfortable situation, always look for the silver lining. The silver lining gets you through to the other side. We ate rockin' burgers today, and it was good. Amen. Fast forwarding. Fast forwarding, sorry. Throw a party. Alright, just fast forwarding. Oh, that's right. So Amanda was gone way later than she said she would. And I'm just gonna be honest with her. I was scared. You weren't responding, and it was just like when you're dad. I had to stop myself from tearing up. Oh, Dad, I didn't mean to. I sit down on the couch and put my head in my hands. I feel very tired all of a sudden. You really scared me. Just please don't do that again. Alright. Alright. I'm just gonna say I'm sorry for freaking out on you. Sorry, we're just gonna fast forward through this. On Friday nights, you are most likely to... fall asleep watching the History Channel. My Trusty Grill, The Lost Shaker of Salt, The Castaway on DVD for instructional purposes, a boat, obviously. My Turn-Ons, Strong Dad Arms, Tennis Shoes with Long White Socks, A Well-Manicured Lawn, Street Smarts, Top-Tier Grilling, Comfortable with Crying. But Strong Dad Arms, though, just, What did you want to be when you grow up? A good father. My favorite movie genres. Whatever will make me cry. Arson. Being emotionally vulnerable. My crippling low self-esteem. Conspiracy theory. How proud I am of my child. Now we're just gonna fast forward.
Welcome. You've got dads.
And we are going... We're just gonna... If you want to read this, please just pause the video. Alright. And we are going with Damien. So yes, let's message him. Oh, okay. Sorry. Damien seemed really interesting. A little odd, but interesting. I think I should hang out with him to get to know him a little bit better. I navigate to Damien's stat book page and type out a message. Hey dude, you seem cool. We should hang out sometime. I sit there for a minute before I see that Damien's typing. But then he keeps typing. and typing. Man, is this guy reading a novel? I leave the computer to make coffee. And he's still typing. I sip my coffee and the computer finally dings. A fox. Oh, that's a lot. Okay. I must confess my excitement to be receiving your kind letter, for as you see, I do find myself available to enjoy your company. I must ask you for your forgiveness, however, as I believe our first meeting did not paint me in a gentlemanly manner, as I would have liked. Oh wow, there's more. I would I would I would be highly flattered to enjoy your companionship at my residence for an afternoon tea and a stroll around my garden, should it please you. Till then, adieu. Yours humbled, D. Bloodmarch. I stare at my screen and reread the letter several more times. Hey, Amanda!
Eh?
Amanda pops out of her room, her eyes a little puffy, almost as if she'd been crying. Hey, are you alright? Oh,
Fine.
yeah, totally cool. I just found out that a succulent I've been watering and singing to for the last few months was actually made out of plastic. Even the dirt was fake. Oh, honey. I don't want to push her because it's really not good to try to push your kids into opening up when they're not ready. So I'm just going to say I'm sorry about your plant. You can buy a new one if you want, a real one this time. That's sweet, but I rescued that plant, and now that I know it's fake, She clenches her fist with determination. I'm still gonna love it no matter what. Is this what being a parent is like? Yes, sweetie. Make sure it gets into a good college. But seriously. You know you can talk to me about anything, right? Yeah, that's why I'm sharing my succulent woes with you. Okay, just remember that it's okay to be sad. And also remember that I love you very much. And only want what's best for you. Alright, geez, don't make me cry again. Can you help me with something? Dad, for the last time, I'm not popping your back pimples. No, can you interpret this for me? I turn the computer to Amanda and she squints at Damien's message. I don't understand NetSpeak. Like, is this how you kids communicate with each other now? Oh, totally. This is a hot new thing. See, Dad? Kids got over saying LOL and LMAO or whatever and decided that what they needed to do was bring it back to the 1800s. So what do I do? Where's your pen and quill? What?
Yeah.
Did you forget to unpack the pen and quill? Dad, how will we address the noble men in regards to your upcoming debutante ball? Okay, now I know you're messing with me. Father, without a proper chaperone, you'll never end up with a suitor worthy of our lands. Or dowry. Or... So you read Pride and Prejudice for school one time, and now you're reciting things you know about it back to me, aren't you? Like the first 5 pages, then I read a review of the movie. Still got a B, though. Great, so what do I say to Damien? I got this. Amanda reaches over me and types onto the keyboard. Sure thing, dude. Regards,
Yeah.
Fox. Amanda hits send and smiles at me. Well, I suppose that's that. Whoa, that's a really interesting house. I make the short walk over to Damien's house. Well, I guess you can't really call it a house. Is it more a manor? Estate? The Gothic architecture looms above the other homes in the cul-de-sac. Thought I heard something on my window. I walk past a couple of gargoyles guarding the front door and look around for a doorbell. Doesn't seem to be one. I pull the large, ornately carved bat's head door knocker back and a shallow sound echoes throughout the house as I strike it against the door. I wait several moments before the door slowly creaks open. Am I on a date with Dracula? It's a little creepy, but I enter the home and take a few steps into the foyer, noting the oil portraits of who I assume are dead relatives hanging on the wall. As I'm admiring them, the front door slams shut behind me. Hello? Silence. An oil lamp in the corner flickers dimly, casting ominous shadows against the wall. Why do I feel like all the people in these paintings are staring straight at me? Why is it so cold in here? Where's Damien? Fox, pleasure to have you in my home. I look up and see Damien standing at the top of the majestic staircase with a walking candle holder. What's with the door slamming shut? Oh, sorry, there was a draft. And the door creaking open when I knocked. I accidentally left the door unlocked. And the creepy oil paintings. I like oil paintings. Right. Please, let me show you around. Okay. Damien leads me around his house, showcasing his parlor, sitting room, auxiliary sitting room, and a parlor again for some reason.
How delightful!
This is one of the older homes on the block. Yes, but but nowhere near as old as architecture might suggest. Through extensive renovations, I have been able to craft a residence that is both historically accurate to the Victorian period and equipped with the amenities of the modern dwelling. We walk past a door covered in bumper stickers, caution tape, and black parade posters. Did they listen to My Chemical Romance in the Victorian era? That's my son's room. You know how rebellious teenage years are. Onward, onward, there's more to see. We reach the door at the end of the hall that Damien opens with a flourish. And this is the library. Sunlight streams in from the front, from the floor to ceiling arched windows. The walls are lined with packed bookshelves that are, and even more books are scattered over the period-appropriate furniture. Damien is clearly really proud of this room. Well, if I'm gonna look at anything, it's gonna be the books. So I'm gonna pick up a book. You know, Fox, in the Victorian era, there were some controversies surrounding reading. Many people thought the more tawdry novels would encourage youth into a life of crime and would cause too much of a distraction from work and school. I pull out a book at random and examine the worn cover. Opening it, I turn to a random page and read it aloud. Naruto struggled against the chains that Sasuke had bound with him. Shirtless and out of breath, he looked up at Sasuke. Sasuke smirked, unbuttoning his ninja pants. Okay, I think that's enough. Damien snaps the book shut and puts it back on the shelf. That's a rare book from my private collection. Damien. I walk to the window and am greeted by a butterfly. Our beautiful view of Damien's backyard. It showcases a beautiful view of the rest of the cul-de-sac. Hey, I can see Craig on his lawn. He's doing push-ups with his daughter on his back. Damn. He sees me and waves happily, doing push-ups with one hand now. Damn. Did you know that Victorians spent at least 20 hours a week gazing longingly out of full-length windows? Wait, really?
Oh.
No, but Victorians did appreciate telling a good joke. I walk up to the glass displays of a pinned bug on the wall. It's pretty impressive. Nice bugs. I pinned them all myself. Maybe I could show you how sometimes. I'm concerned I would stick the pin right through my finger. Ah, the Pinner's Gambit. Is that a thing? No. Please, will you join me for tea? I follow Damien to the sitting room where finger foods have already been set up upon a beautiful tiered silver tray. I take a seat on one of the high back chairs as Damien pours and serves me some tea. I can't believe we're having a high tea. I never thought I'd get to do this. Damien smiles to himself. What? It's a common misconception that high tea refers to the wealth or class of people enjoying it, when in fact the high refers both to the latter time of day and that working class had to enjoy tea, and that the height of the table on which they were served. Oh. My dear friends, we're currently enjoying afternoon tea. That's informative. Damien takes a seat next to me and serves me a tiny sandwich. Oh, my back. Your home is really impressive. Oh, had a feeling that would. I feel like he's very proud of it. It seems like you've really put a lot of work into this place. Thank you. No one's ever complimented my home before. Hell, I can barely get matching salt and pepper shakers in my place. And look at what you've done. I'm kind of jealous. That's very generous of you to say. What's got you so interested in goth stuff? Well, when I was a young boy, my father... Did he take you to the city? Sorry? Did you guys see a marching band? When I was a young boy, my father took me into the city. We watched a marching band. I am afraid I don't understand. You're serious? Of course. But it's, the song. Amanda made me listen to it. Seriously? I'd love to see a marching band. Nevertheless, I've always had a love for art, history, and fashion. What started off as a small hobby of collecting taxidermied animals taxidermy animals was a hobby? Grew into a sort of obsession. It's a privilege to be able to appreciate the lives and cultures of those who came before us, I think. Why not go all the way? I like not dying when I catch a cold. He takes a sip of his tea. I can acknowledge that there were many variable terrible... I am butchering this. I can acknowledge that there were many very terrible things about the Victorian era, and to try to live a life that strictly aligns with all those ideals would be admittedly horrid. But I think it takes a critical mind to truly appreciate something to the fullest, to be cognizant of its flaws and love it all the same. Tell me, Fox, do you have any hobbies? Oh man, I do, but I don't know if I care about anything the way you care about this stuff. Well, I'd love to hear about some of your interest. Hearing someone talk about about the things they're passionate of is intriguing, and quite honestly, rather attractive. Please, do tell me about your hobbies. Quick, sound sophisticated! I like watching soap making videos on the internet. I learned how to juggle once. The real me actually does love a good word jumble. The written word fascinates me. We spend so much time using words, And I think people would appreciate them more if they had to unjumble them. It's poetic, really. Oh, so you're a writer. In a sense. We finish our tea and finger food sandwiches. Come, I have one more thing to show you. Damien takes me around the back of his house, where, oh my god, it's beautiful. Where a variety of flowers flourish in beauty, landscape grows. A small stone path weaves through it, and butterflies flit lazily through the air. My garden. It's beautiful. Thank you. Victorians took flowers and flourished arrangements very seriously. You see, it was considered uncouth to discuss personal and romantic relationships in public, so lovers and friends alike would use bouquets to send secret messages to each other. Each flower and plant is symbolic of different feelings. Even more interesting is the one flower could mean different things, depending on the other plants in which it's paired with. One had to be extremely careful, as every single style in which a ribbon was tied around the bouquet affected the message. And Damien leans down and plucks a gorgeous bright orange flower off the vine. Lilium bulfarium, the orange lily. What do you think this one means? Thou art the tightest. Oh my god. What does that even mean? Thou art the tightest. Apparently he liked it. The orange lily is actually symbolic of pure hatred. Well, and that's precisely why florist arrangements is so challenging. What's your favorite type of flower? Honeysuckles, snapdragons. Because they're cute, and you can do that thing where you squeeze them so they look like they're talking. What a lovely choice. I'll have to remember that when I put together a bouquet for you. He would put together a bouquet for me? Nobody's ever given me a bouquet before. I follow Damien down the footpath and admire more of his beautiful flowers. Suddenly, a phone rings. Oh, Fox, will you excuse me? I must take this. He pulls his cell phone out of his pocket. I'm a little surprised it's not a rotary phone. Go for it. Ow. Oh. Damien smiles and walks back to the house. I take a deep breath and enjoy the heavily perfumed air. What a lovely yard. This makes me wish I had put a little bit more efforts into that garden Amanda and I tried to start once. Or watermelons grew to the size of cherry tomatoes and then immediately died. Oh hey, a gargoyle. Oh no, I knocked over the gargoyle.
Fix that guard.
Oh shoot. Okay, that's the head. So that's not gonna work. I don't know how to fix gargoyles. Oh. Oh, I'm not gonna get this. Yes, I am.
Goal.
Oh, I can't believe I actually did that. Whew, that was a close one. Uh-oh, here comes Damien. He looks upset. Fox, my sincerest apologies to have kept you waiting. There's an urgent matter I must attend to, so I'm afraid I must take my leave. No problem, dude. Everything all right? Damien worries the hem of his coat with his fingers and looks away. Everything is perfectly fine, but it's Lucien. What's wrong? He appears to have, well, his teacher needs me to come to the school. Post haste. Do you need help? Oh no, you don't have to. Let me come with you. Us dads gotta stick together. You're right. This is one of Lucien's more elaborate stunts. I would greatly treasure having another parent at my side. Let's go. Damon and I walk into the school and we're immediately greeted by the anxious-looking Hugo. Hey, Damien, you're here in record time.
Oh no.
I wouldn't miss it for the world, my dear friend. Wow, whatever it is, it seems like this isn't Hugo, Hu- Hugo or Damien's first time to My Kids in Trouble rodeo. What is it this time? This, Damien, you have to see to believe. Damien and I fall into a step behind Hugo, who leads us through the busy corridors to the school. We pass by several classes in session, and I vaguely wonder if Amanda's around. Hugo eventually ushers us to a small boiler room with a flight of rickety stairs leading us down into the darkness. Watch your step. I can hear faint voices drifting up from the basement that don't sound happy. As I'm led into the depth of the school, I recall the antics I got into an angsty middle school as an angsty middle schooler. At least I had enough sense to stay out of creepy basements. We find another teacher in the boiler room, tucked away in the back of the basement. With him are Lucien and Ernest, Hugo's son. Lucien has a bloody nose. Thanks for coming. I can't make heads or tails of this. I look around the scene of the crime and see a bunch of bricks and some masonry tools scattered around. What's happened here? Ernest punched me. Lucien tried to kill me. The room falls silent. I was not trying to kill you, dumbass. I was just trying to build a brick wall around you to see what would happen. Wait a minute. You promised me there were wine down here. You tricked me. Did he just cast of Amontillado? Whoa, wait a second. Lucien, did you just try to... I was right. Did you just try to cast of Amontillado, Ernest? I'm neither confirming nor denying that. I turn to Damien and whisper to him. What's Cast of Amontillado? It's a classic Edgar Allan Poe short story where a man gets his enemy drunk, lures him down to the cellar with the promises of wine of fine vintage, then buries him alive behind a brick wall. It's a lovely story. So wait, Lucien, you tried to do that to him? I was curious to see if how it would turn out. I wasn't actually going to leave him here. What was the thought process here? That Ernest is just going to sit still while you slowly build a tomb around him? Well, it worked for like 20 minutes because he's an idiot, but then he realized that I had lied about the wine. And you were cackling maniacally. That sort of tipped me off. Ernest, 20 minutes? Dad.
Huh?
It took you 20 minutes. Son, we just did an entire 2-week unit on the Cast of Amontillado, and it took you 20 minutes to realize Lucien was leading you into an elaborate ruse. Did you even read the story? I read the first 5 pages and then read a review of the movie.
Sweet Manchego.
It's only 5 pages long, and there is no movie. Yeah, you're right. I paid Lucien to read it for me. Actually, he didn't even pay me. Oh, actually, he didn't even pay me. So when you think about it, this was me teaching him a lesson. Damien and Hugo both have their heads, and I don't blame them. You guys are always telling me to engage in literature, and I did. I don't see the problem here. All right, I'm filing this under what the hell. Don't do whatever that was again. You two are both suspended for a week. Ernest and Lucien, that is not a high-fiving moment. The teacher starts to stomp upstairs. Hugo, I'll cover your class. Take your son home, Mr. Bloodmarch. You too. Thank you for your mediation. We all head upstairs and to the school. Lucien, Damien, and I pile into my car and begin to drive home. Lucien immediately puts his hood up and stares out the window angrily. I'm not going to therapy again. I know, son. It's entirely up to you whether you want to go or not. But I care about you, and I can see that you're struggling. So if you do decide that you would like to speak to a professional about your feelings, we can do that too. Maybe you can spend this next week looking for a summer job. Hmm? I know how much you want your own car. I can't believe Damien's keeping his cool. I'm impressed. Fine. Thanks for not freaking out too hard. I love you, son. Oh, it's actually really nice that they have a really good, relationship. Oh, the moment we pull up to the driveway, Lucien hops out of the car, slams the door, and runs inside. I didn't expect to have that conversation in front of you. He and I have a lot we need to work out. It's alright. All things considering, Lucien's bricklaying was pretty good. So, there's your silver lining. There is that, yes. I really admired how you handled that. You were a lot more diplomatic than I would have with him than I would have been. I just want what's best for him, and I don't think yelling at him would do either of us any favors. It rarely does. You're a good dad. See you around soon. It would be my honor and my pleasure. Damien bows with a flourish. Classy. And I'm just gonna fast forward through this. Sorry, guys.
Wow, my stars, this... Never in a million moons have I had a date such as exquisite as this one.
Alright. And we're just gonna... I hate to say it, we're gonna fast forward through this as well. We've already seen this again. I'm going to pop up... If you want to read all this, I'm gonna pop up where I actually let it play out. It takes almost 2 hours to get through all 3 dates.
Dads.
And let's see, this is Matt. Yeah, I would love to do poker. I had a lot of fun hanging out with Damien the other day. I wonder what he's up to. I open up Dad Book and start writing him a message when Amanda walks in the door. Dad, you got a letter. Oh, is it from Grandma? No, it's from Damien. Whoa, can I see it? Amanda hands me the piece of old parchment, folded into an envelope and sealed with purple wax. Damn, the dude goes all out. I pry the seal and open the letter. In the... Oh my goodness gracious, I cannot read right now. I pry off the seal and unfold the letter. In the most beautiful calligraphy, the letter reads, Dear Fox, I hope you'll find my continued correspondence endearing, rather than trying. One can only hope that my use of the slower, more traditional form of communication will showcase my sincere and earnest sentiments that I greatly enjoyed our time together. I write this hastily under the warm embrace of excitement, fearful that I may misstep and speak towards something unwelcome. For now, I hope that you might forgive my boldness. I will simply say that your company has greatly occupied my thoughts. While the afternoon may have been derailed by forces unforeseen, your companionship helped a great deal, not only in the discipline of my child, but in the moral of my spirit. And for that, thank you. That said, Fox, if you'll allow me, it would mean the world to me if I could enjoy more of your time. Perhaps a trip to the cinema followed by a moonlit stroll would be to your taste. I eagerly await your response. With great respect, up from the letter. Wow. He's good. So, you gonna catch a movie with him? Yeah, I better message him on Dadbook and let him know. Amanda slaps my computer shut. You have to write him back a real letter. But my handwriting looks like two toddlers fighting over a crayon.
Yeah.
Dad, you have to. He wrote you a letter. That's so cool. Will you help me? I need to class this up. Father, I was made for this. Here's what you do. Find tickets to the show that you both will like, then enclose them in the letter. Oh, that's classy. Amanda and I hop onto my laptop and pursue show times. He doesn't seem like a romantic comedy kind of guy. Oh, here's one. Vampire Crusade 2. Evil Never Dies. I don't know. That sounds kind of stupid. Actually, it's critically acclaimed exploration into the innuel of existence. It really turns the vampire's trope on its head. Really? Nah, there's just lots of blood and vampire titties. Oh, well, let's roll the dice. I purchase the tickets and print them out, then sit down at the table with Amanda and dropped a nice letter. I start writing. Damien. Good morrow to you on this fine eve. Nah, we're gonna try to be somewhat classy. I do hope this letter finds you in good health. Good one. What's next? When your son tried to castle. No. Jeez, Dad, have some faith in yourself. Okay, we're trucking along. Let him know how you're feeling. That earnest shit was pretty messed up. I did very much enjoy the adventures we found ourselves on the last we met. You find me in good spirits, for I felt very much the same after our last encounter. Nice.
Yeah.
Ask him to hang out already. True art takes time, Amanda. Oh, a strange turn of events. I find myself enamored of the situation at hand. Let me get to that. I feel like if we reference art, I feel like that's the best course of action. Like Bruegel's landscape with the fall of Icarus, I find myself lost in your details.
Huh?
Dad, whoa. I saw it on TV. I'm not an actually intelligent person. Bring it home, Pops. It would bring me great pleasure to escort you to the cinema. Smooth. Calling it the cinema is a classy move. Enclosed, you'll find 2 tickets to Vampire Masquerade 2, Evil Never Dies, which I'm sure you find both titillating and enjoyable. We are really not letting go of the vampire titties, are we? Namaste. Our dabs, best wishes. Best wishes will have to be. Then I signed my name, my full name. Fancier that way. Fox Paddington.
Huh.
Is this okay? Amanda reads over my sloppy handwriting. Oh god, it really does look that bad. Yeah, it's just really bad no matter what. Okay. You spelled his name wrong. What? Nah, just trying to keep you on your toes. Now, all you have to do is seal it and put it in the mailbox. Can I seal it with tape? That's not authentic enough. I have an idea. I'll be right back. Amanda leaves the room and returns with a candle, a lighter, and a small piece of wood. You gotta have a wax seal. She lights the candle and it starts to burn down and form a pool of melted wax. What's with the other thing? Mana pours some of the wax onto the folded letter and expertly presses the small piece of wood into it. She lets it dry for a second and pulls the wood away, revealing, here it is, your sigil. A little kitten with a bow on its head. Awesome. Scrapbooking stuff always comes in clutch. She's not wrong. Well, I guess all there is left to do is to deliver it to his doorstep right now. Oh, I thought we were going a carrier pigeon to do that. I already called my guy. I have a pigeon guy, Marcus. Marcus has good pigeons. Don't get your pigeons from Anthony. They're no good. I don't want to know if any of this is true. Get a drink some water. Excuse me. I head outside and walk over to Damien's house. I slip the letter into the slot in his door and then go back home. Mission accomplished. Now we play the waiting game. The night finally rolls around where I'm supposed to meet with Damien. The next day he had left another beautiful crafted letter thanking me for mine and agreeing to the evening. Amanda helps me pick out a nice outfit and I show up to the theater a bit early. It's a chilly night and the theater is kind of crowded, but it's still nice. How do you do? I jump at the sound of his voice and turn around to see Damien right behind me. You almost gave me a heart attack. How long were you there? I don't know. I just walked up. My apologies for frightening you. Was that thunder? Is it gonna rain soon? I didn't hear anything. What? What? Regardless, the hour grows close. Shall we take our seats in the cinema? I must thank you again for purchasing our tickets. Please allow me to repay the deed with Sour Patch Kids or perhaps Milk Duds. Let's do it. We get in line to buy snacks. We're waiting. I hear a familiar voice behind us. Ugh, my dad's here. I turn around and to find Lucien standing a few feet behind us with a gaggle of other goth kids. Lucien, how nice to see you. I didn't know you were coming to the theater. I'm glad to see you're spending some quality time with your friends. Whatever, Dad. And what movie will you be attending tonight? My friends are making me see some kid movie about talking animals. I really don't care about it. Well, I do hope you enjoy your evening. We'll be watching Vampire Crusade 2, Evil Never Dies. You watching that? Yeah, I thought Damien would enjoy it. Good luck with that, Dad. Lucien rejoins his friends and I look over to Damien. Good luck with what? It's nothing. My son loves to tease. He waits in line for a little longer and Damien buys us snacks. He seems a little nervous. I wonder what's wrong. Damien and I take our seats and settle in for previews. Glancing at him, I can see that he's sweating profusely and gripping his armrest. Is everything okay? Everything is perfectly fine. I'm so excited for this film. I'm a devoted patron of the arts, especially the scary arts. The scarier the arts, the better. Do you have a favorite horror movie? Of course, I have a favorite horror movie. Mine is Halloween Town. Terrifying. Oh, interesting. That's odd. I don't seem to remember Halloween Town being that scary. I would have expected them to bring up some sort of strange foreign horror film that I'd never heard of. Damien's knuckles are turning white. It looks like he's about to rip the armrest off. Wait a second. Damien, are you afraid of horror movies?
Oh my.
You must be joking. I love horror movies. The lights dim for the film. I apologize. I was thinking about something far scarier than this movie, which is not scary at all. We settle in as the film starts. I offer Damien some licorice, and he takes one. I take note of how much his hands are shaking. The title flashes across the screen in bloody letters. Vampire Crusade 2. Evil Never Dies. A pale man with long silver hair, glistening red eyes, and well-oiled abs sits up in a coffin. Awaken, my coven. Two more vampires slide the tops of their stone coffins onto the floor. Brother, is it time? Yes, husband. But also, mortal enemy, it is... it is time. The three look at each other, and then to the camera. For the Vampire Crusade! This rules. The trio of vampires flies off into the night as foreboding organ music plays in the distance. I somehow get lost in the movie. As dumb as it sounded, it's actually a pretty fun flick. I'm sure it is. I'm sure it is. We get a tense moment of the movie where Romulus Trueblood sits at a truce meeting with the general of the human army, whose wife Romulus has fallen in love with. Didn't he have a husband enemy to lover earlier? Romulus.
Oh, Romulus, it's good to finally meet you.
General, I agree. It's good to finally blood you.
What?
Romulus leaps out and lashes the general's throat. Blood splatters over everything, including the camera. Damien screams again, reflexively grabbing my hand. I immediately blush, forgetting about any vampires or bloods or vampiric blood.
What?
Oh, I'm terribly sorry. Damien tracks his hand and places it in his lap. I was writing a novel in my head about blood magic, and I got an extremely scary section. Damien goes back to quietly stressing out over the movie. It's kind of cute that he won't admit that he's afraid of it. I wish he would hold my hand again. Maybe I could do something to try to make him feel more comfortable. I got it. I'll do what all dads do best. Talk during the movie. I'm definitely gonna tell a dad joke. Where does a dog go when it loses its tail?
What?
Where? To the retail store. I yell that last bit a little too loud for the crowded movie theater, but I can see a smile form on Damien's face. Good one, Fox. The rest of the movie goes by relatively smoothly, with only a few whimpers from Damien. Maybe he would have liked the romantic comedy better. We get to the final scene of the movie where Romulus Bad Blood and the general's wife embrace each other in his crypt. It appears that the true Vampire Crusade was a Vampire Crusade on our hearts, our cold, unbeating hearts. Romulus and the general's wife begin to make out hard. The film fades to black, and the end appears on the screen. But then it hard cuts to Demetrius and his rival lover Camilla, who catches the two from afar. Oh no, twist ending. Our bloodlines has been pure for 1,000 years. Romulus has betrayed us by loving a human woman. It will only be a short time before the next Vampire Crusades 3. Evil must die again. More thunder, more ominous organs. The movies fade out again, and a bloody question mark now accompanies the end. Damien and I walk out of the movie theater amidst throngs of chattering moviegoers. He's a little more pale than I remember, but otherwise he survived the encounter. He even seems kind of invigorated. What an interesting film. While the premise admittedly struck me as pedestrian, I was intrigued by its harrowing love story and great attention to detail in regards to vampiric lore. Yeah, it was pretty good. A lot more vampire... God damn it. A lot more vampire titties than I thought there would be. Come, the night is young. Let's take a stroll. Damien is making a point of not telling me where he's taking me to. Still, I'm enjoying the walk and the cool night air. Being alone here with Damien is a lot better than being in a crowded theater. A lovely night, isn't it? As lovely as the company, yes. He thinks I'm lovely. Damn, okay. Here comes his move response. I don't want to say cool. Okay is definitely not the one thing that you say. I guess thanks? I guess thanks is the only appropriate response. No problem. Crushed it. We both stand there, feeling a little awkward. I'm sure one. I am. We both stand there feeling a little awkward. I sure am one smooth operator. Are you getting a little hungry? Maybe we could stop off and grab something to eat. Worry not, friend. I've a plan. We turn the corner and are greeted by the gates of a cemetery? What? Are we going in there? A little bit of Victorian flavor, folks. Trust me.
Ah.
I'm a bit nervous, but Damien hasn't led me wrong yet. I follow his lead and we walk into the cemetery. Statues of angels stare down at us as we follow a path through the faded tombstones. As we crest a small hill, we get a beautiful view of the city. The night lights sparkle around us. I gotta hand it to him. For being in the cemetery, this is strangely romantic. Picnicking in graveyards is an old Victorian tradition, an appropriate finish to an evening after a vampiric movie. Wouldn't you say? With a flourish, Damien produces a blanket and a picnic basket. Wait, where were you hiding that? And my cloak? Oh, right. Damien unfolds the blanket and we both sit down, gazing at out to the city lights. He produces a bottle of red wine and a fine selection of cheeses. In the Victorian era, there were no public art galleries, parks, or botanical gardens to speak of. Once rural graveyards became a more popular alternative to church burials, they became the only place that people could see beautiful plant life and fine sculptures. That makes sense. This is pretty nice. I have a question though. How are you okay with being in a graveyard, but you have trouble handling scary movies?
Ah!
I wasn't... He sighs deeply. Okay, yes, I was extremely scared of that movie. I was not writing a book about blood magic in my head. I've never been good with those. I just feel as if, because of how I look and act, people expect me to love horror films. So I must play the part. Truth be told, I don't know if I have the constitution for them at times. Damien, I'm so sorry. If I had known, I would have suggested another movie. It's quite alright. I actually did find myself enjoying this one, thanks to your help. Graveyards, however, I think there's something rather beautiful about death. Cemeteries are traditionally built away from cities, away from the realm of the living, and it keeps us rather separate from it. To acknowledge death and become comfortable with it, I think it gives us a certain intimate knowledge of ourselves. To sit amongst generations of those who came before us, to be truly alive in the midst of so much death, it brings me a great comfort. Death helps me appreciate life, to savor every second. We sit and enjoy our food and wine. I don't feel scared anymore. I never thought I'd be comfortable sitting alone in a graveyard at night, but it actually feels very peaceful. Suddenly, it doesn't seem like we're alone. Off in the distance, I see shadowy figures in the trees. What is that? I'm not sure. It noticed us. I'm paralyzed with fear as it begins lumbering slowly towards us, its shape taking a more animal form, more feral. I look at Damien for help, but he's just as afraid and transfixed as I am. I want to scream, but it's stuck in my throat. The creature is getting closer, moving faster. Woof! Oh, it's a dog. Oh, it's a Boston Terrier! I love Boston Terriers. I used to have one when I was a kid. Oh, they're little dapper gentlemen. They're so sweet. Oh my goodness. As it finally comes into the light, the friendliest, dumbest little Boston Terrier I've ever seen pulls its owner towards us. The dog trots over to Damien and sniffs at his hands. Oh, puppy. Damien looks ecstatic. He ruffles his dog's fur happily. What a beautiful dog. Hey. We both look up, not expecting to see.
Thanks.
Oh,
Robert, what are you doing out here in this lovely evening?
Hunting cryptids.
What?
What?
I didn't know you had a dog.
This isn't my dog. I found her wandering in the streets. I put a leash on her, and now we're walking around this graveyard together. Hunting cryptids.
Damien and I share a look. May I give her a treat?
Sure. Wouldn't give her cheese, though.
Not to worry. Damien reaches into the depths of his cloak and procures a small dog treat. What else is he keeping in there? The dog laps up the treat and crunches away, tail wagging... Excuse me. Excuse me. Tail wagging furiously, Damien continues to smooth down her fur.
Thanks.
My absolute pleasure. Damien shakes the dog's paw.
oh,
Lovely to meet you, my friend. May our paths cross again. Robert and his dog disappear into the darkness again. Damien stares after them. I didn't know you liked dogs. Victorians love dogs, actually. Most Victorian women of high fashion would always be accompanied with a small dog, such as a terrier or a Maltese. I think big dogs are nice, too. Yeah, man, dogs are cool. I do believe I've had enough excitement for one night. What say we make our way home? Damien hops to his feet and extends a hand to help me up. I gladly take it, as my knees aren't what they used to be. He packs up the picnic basket and leads us out of the graveyard. As we begin to walk home, I take one last look at the cemetery. It really is beautiful. Like a proper gentleman, Damien walks me to my doorstep. Thank you, ever so kindly, for your company tonight. Damien, it was my pleasure. Fox, if you allow me, it would bring me great joy to offer you a token of my affection. Damien reaches into his cloak and pulls out a folded, monogrammed handkerchief. He presses it into my hands. Wow, thank you, Damien. Aww, no. I think this one is very romantic. I will use this to dry my tears for those I've lost. A noble purpose. Damien shuffles his feet. I just want to say that it's rare to find someone like you, someone who's open to my eccentricities. It's nice to feel accepted. What? It's nice to feel so accepted. Thank you. Damien gives my hand a quick squeeze. Damien blushes and hastily retracts his hand. I must take my leave. Good night. Before I can say anything else, he's gone. Huh. I unlock the door and step inside.
Hey.
Like a whirlwind, Amanda runs from the window and plops down on the couch, trying to look nonchalant. Hey, Dad, what's up? Were you watching me from the window? No, I was just, Okay, yes, how was the movie? Lots of vampire titties. Told ya. But, as it turns out, Damien is Wait, Amanda doesn't need to know that. I'll keep it between me and Damien. Scary cool. Yep, he's so cool it's scary. Nice say, Fox. Do you know that graveyard... did you know that graveyards used to be a place to throw parties? I think I'm misinterpreting that, or misremembering that. Wow, that's pretty punk. Also, we saw a dog. Definitely thought it was a werewolf for a minute, though. How could you be sure it wasn't a werewolf? How can you be sure I'm not a werewolf? How can I be sure you're not a werewolf? Amanda's eyes narrow. I don't trust you. Nor I you. We make intense, weary eye contact for a second. Anyway, I'm calling it for the night. Don't stay up too late. Will ya? I'll try not to howl at the moon past midnight.
I'm sensing a romance between us. A chemical romance.
My
That's a
Chemical
band?
Romance? It's so funny that he doesn't know what any of these songs or bands are. It's so funny. More water. Well, it's been a long day. I'm just ready to pack it in. After a few bites of ice cream from the freezer, I turn off all the lights and walk down the hall to my room. Wonder if Amanda's still awake. That kid needs some sleep. As I pass her room, I can hear a faint sound, but can't quite make out what it is. I get a little closer. Oh, this is the crying one. So yeah. Alright, we press once. Did something happen? And we leave her alone. I mean, you really can't press it, you know? Kids tell you things when they're ready.
Oh.
I think it's the other one? I guess you're technically... So I'm guessing it's her best friend. Whoops. Alright, so again, if you remember this...
I love you too, Dad.
Aww. Even though I skipped over that,
You
it
got
still
bags.
makes me sad. Let me guess, is this the poker one? Yeah, it's the poker one. Alright, we're just gonna go to the last date. And yeah, I do apologize for skipping over the Amanda saga portion of this, but I've done this already 4 times already, so yes, I know that this means that the game is about to end. I love that dad tip. Don't let anyone disrespect you. Ever since we had that picnic in the graveyard, Damien and I have been spending a lot of time together. We go on nighttime strolls pretty regularly. He was so impressed with the first letter I wrote him that he insisted we only communicated by post instead of through Dadbook. I initially protested, but he gave me one of his old signet rings to use as a seal for my letters, and I just couldn't say no. Hanging out with the goth dad again? Please, Amanda, you know his name. And yes. Be honest with me here, Pops. Is he actually a vampire? I remember you inviting him into our household that time, and I've seen Lost Boys, and I honestly would have preferred trying to see if he could have walked through the threshold of our home under his own power. Yes, Amanda. I have become Damien's familiar. I am compelled under his curse. I'm sorry, sweetie.
Ugh.
Turn into a bat. I don't think...
Ugh.
What's the point of being a vampire if you can't turn into a bat? Well, okay, I'm off. Are you taking the car, or are you flying off into the night on the leathery wings of a bat? One of those. While I'm out, can you throw away the garlic bread that's in the freezer so I don't die? That would be great. I'm keeping those as insurance. You understand, right? That's my girl. Damien and I walk along the water's edge, chatting. Damien's cape, I mean cloak. He hates when people calls it a cape. Damien's cloak flutters behind him in the breeze. This is gonna seem like a silly question, but why do goths wear black? Gothic subculture has always been associated with death, so it would make sense that the style surrounding it would greatly influence by mourning. Interesting enough, though, was that the Victorian-era Queen Victoria herself mourned the death of her late husband for 10 whole years, wearing black for the rest of her life. If that's not goth, I don't know what is. I have another question.
Oh,
Go ahead. How are you so comfortable with death? You mentioned it in the graveyard and it helps you appreciate your life. Or that it helps you appreciate your life or something. I've experienced several losses over the course of my life, and I truly believe that the only manageable way to cope with it is to accept that death is simply a part of living. It's a single universal truth for every human who has ever lived. I am going to die. You are going to die. And life carries on without us. Doesn't that make you feel scared? Not at all. Without the advantage of modern science, death was everywhere in the Victorian era, and yet funerals were a major social function. Victorians were obsessed with mementos of their loved ones, even going as far as to take elaborately staged photographs of their dead relatives. That's actually a true fact, by the way. If you look at old Victorian photographs, or just old photographs in general, you notice that some people are usually like fuzzy. That's because even if you try to stand perfectly still, you have minute movements that makes it hard to capture you. So if you see an old Victorian photograph that is like in perfect detail, chances are that is a dead corpse that they are taking a picture of. If I can find one, I might actually pop up a few examples on the screen. The minutiae of mourning was so complex that there were set periods of grieving that were deemed acceptable based on who in your life had passed. Now, we don't have any of that. If you lose someone, you end up feeling lost yourself because we have no modern equivalent of those familiarities. We need to allow ourselves time to grieve, to feel that loss fully, but not allow it to consume us. So, no, I'm not afraid of death. I believe it is a waste to spend your life dreading the end of it. The time we are here is brief and fleeting and occasionally cruel, but it is at all times precious to stare death in the face and live despite that. I think is a noble existence. Let's save the mourning for the dead. Wow, that's beautiful. I can see the moonlight in the bay glinting off Damien's eyes. He smiles. We turn to the harbor and watch the ships pass, breathing in the salty sea air. I look at Damien again, and I can't help but be entranced by his charm, his mystery. I find everything about him so fascinating. I lean in closer to Damien, closing my eyes as I do so. I'm so sorry. I have to take this. Damien steps away from me to answer his phone. Oh no, I hope this isn't Lucien again. After speaking in hushed tones for a few minutes, Damien returns to me. Everything okay?
What?
There's an emergency. Lucian?
Huh.
No, thankfully. But I must take my leave. Oh, okay. Is there anything I can do to help?
Huh.
Dads do have to stick together, right? You know it.
Hmm.
Then come. There isn't time to waste. After a short drive in silence, we arrived to a rundown building on the outskirts of town. Where are we? It's better if I just show you. I push the surprisingly heavy door open to find myself in a dimly lit waiting room. A few rickety chairs line the wall, and there doesn't seem to be anyone behind the front desk. There are a few paintings and pictures on the wall, but they're so nondescript, I'm still unsure what kind of place this even is. Wait here for a moment. I'll be right back. Damien walks off down a corridor, his boot heels echoing through the hall of the seemingly empty building. Distant howls echo from someplace, and I can't see, and there's a faint scratching sound, like claws on tile. I curiously peek down the hall and find stall after stall of scared-looking dogs. A few of them notice me and skitter up to the chain-link fences, sticking their nose through to sniff the air. What have I gotten myself into? Suddenly, the light shut off. I panic, unsure of where I am or how I got out. I stumble through the darkness, my breathing getting heavier and heavier. Damien? The lights finally turn back on. Oh, it's her. I think I gave her a sloshy suburban house mom voice. Hey, sailor. Mary, what are you doing here? You weren't here for the fight club? I don't want to get punched in the face. Great. Because this is an animal shelter. A what? We take care of stray animals, and then people adopt the stray animals. Didn't you see the pets when you walked in? Oh, sorry, I didn't really expect to see you volunteering at an animal shelter. Wow. Okay, kid. Way to put me in a box. Dames, you hear this baloney? Just one moment. Thunder cracks and the door bursts open. Appearing from the shadows, I see... Oh my god, I love it. Damien? Hey. It's Damien. He looks completely different. No cloak, no Victorian-era clothing, no makeup. I wasn't planning to share this side of me until much later, but I'm not as goth as you think. I'm a systems administration for the IT department of a realty company. I wear tennis shoes to work, and I listen to Bruce Springsteen. I enjoy going to the hardware store and looking at storage solutions. And I volunteer at this animal shelter in my spare time. I'm boring. I'm fascinated with Victorian history and Gothic lifestyle. That much is true. It's just not all that I am. And I need you to know that. Oh, I hate to kill the moment here, but there's some pressing business that needs attending to.
What?
Oh, right. It's Duchess Cordella. Again. Who's Duchess Cordella? She's one of the pups. Gets out all the time. She's somehow learned how to open doors, and now she's unstoppable. When did she get out? This morning. I went to go sing sea shanties to the cats, and then I came back, and she was already bolted. I have to stay here with the pets. I need you two to go out and find her. I don't know why I suddenly gave her a southern twang. Of course. Where could she be? She always ends up running off to some of these places. Here, let me draw you up a map. Mary starts scribbling on the back of the pet adoption form. She's very smart, ruthless even. You need to stay on your toes and get her back by sundown, or else she'll turn into a werewolf and start eating people. What? You're a perfect little peach, Fox.
Hey.
We just don't want her to be stuck outside when it's cold. Oh. I'll grab some treats and we can hit the road. Damien and I look over the map Mary created for us. Oh man, I'm Nerd's house? Wait, am I really Nerd's house? We got... So, Coffee Dad... Okay, so I live next door to... So I'm next door to Joseph and Coffee Dad, which is Matt. The Kale guy is... Okay, so Kale guy has to be... Kale guy has to be... Fuck, I'm drawing a blank. Why am I drawing a blank? I just did his run too. Dude, why can't I remember your name, dude? This is killing me. K. I'm looking this up because now it's driving me insane. Oh, this could be more editing for me, but I don't care. And of course, my computer wants to be slow when I'm trying to look this up. All right. Wait, the shelter is just behind... The shelter is just behind my house? Okay. So looking at the map, Nerd's house is me. Mary's sick pad is where Joseph and them live. Coffee Dad is Matt. Kale is Craig. Mario Batali. I'm guessing... Mario Batali. Mario Batali. Okay. Smalls would have to be Richard. Dames is obviously Damien. Other Nerd's house. I'm guessing that would be Hugo because Hugo is a teacher. So then who is Mario Batali? What are the dads? Is that Brian? Would that be Brian? Probably Brian. Oh man, I'm Nerd's house? At least you're not other Nerd's house. Looks like you're moving up in the pecking order. Congrats, kiddo. Congrats, kiddo. You know, she's gonna be Southern now. Anytime I see Mary, she's gonna be my nice Southern girl. Where should we head first? Cul-de-sac? I mean, we're closest to the cul-de-sac. It would make sense that she would be there. Damon and I exit the parking lot and start driving towards town. I look over to him and he seems concerned. Shouldn't be too hard to find Duchess, right? She's a pretty big pup. Mary wasn't kidding when she said that dog was smart. Oh my goodness gracious. Mary wasn't kidding when she said that dog was smart. One time, she correctly guessed the winner of the Kentucky Derby. It was a really great year for Bark Bark Bark. I don't know. What do you think the odds are, Fox? Abandon all hopes, ye who enter here. But lo, look upon God's creation and retched within horror at what he hath forsaken. Hell is empty and the devils are all here. That actually worked? Nice. I thought that would cheer you up. Let's just hope for the best. We got this. We drive through the cul-de-sac and everything seems to be pretty normal. It looks like Brian is doing some yard work. Hey, Peter. Gotta get into my Brian voice. We pull into Brian's driveway and hop
I
out.
don't know about that.
Hey, don't step on the grass. I just mowed. Have you seen any unusual activity in the area late today? Aside from you underwater, wow. Aside from your underwatered lawn? Oh, here we go. How dare you? I take my lawn care very seriously. Fox, please.
Huh.
You haven't seen a dog running through here, have you?
I don't know about that.
Well, a little while ago I heard Maxwell barking at something. When I came outside, my garden had been torn to shreds. It's going to take forever to re-till the soil. That could be a dog. Or a rather feisty raccoon. Whatever it was, it must have been hungry. Ate all of my tomatoes. I'm very sorry to hear about your garden. If you need assistance restoring it to its former glory, please don't hesitate to contact me. Will do, buddy. Good luck finding that dog. She's probably still hungry. I wonder if she's looking for more food elsewhere. Do 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 do. We could just go down the list. We park in front of Matt's coffee shop and walk inside. It seems like a slow day. Matt sits behind the counter reading a book. Hey, Matt.
Hey,
Didn't expect to see you two today. What's up?
Huh.
Have you seen any stray dogs around? Actually, yeah. I caught one digging through the trash earlier. It ran away when I tried to get a closer look, though. Did you see which direction it ran in? Matt thinks for a second.
no.
Might have been running east, I think. That pup tore through 3 pans of old grateful banana bread. Want to take some for the road, just in case? Sure thing. Mac packs up a slice. Thanks for the slice. The road slice. This banana bread is gonna be so good. I think he meant to give it to you for the dog. Right, I meant it's gonna be so good for the dog to eat. I feel like we're on the right track. You think? If we keep this up, we'll find the Duchess in no time. Hey, if you like dogs so much, why don't you have any? Lucien is severely allergic. I wouldn't put him through that. But there are still dogs in my life, so for that I am grateful. Oh, there's about to be one more dog in your life, buddy. Splendid attitude. Let us not waste any more time. Verily. We drive to the softball field and look. It looks like Craig's team is practicing. I wonder if any of the kids saw something. Craig spots us and jogs over. Softball bat slung over his shoulder.
Oh.
Hey, bros, what's up? Craig, you wouldn't have happened to see any dogs around here, have you? One escaped from the animal shelter, and we're trying to locate her.
Oh.
I don't think so. Maybe one of the girls saw something?
Hmm?
Girls. Hi, Amanda's dad. Hi, Lucien's dad. We have names. Girls, have you seen any dogs around? There was a big dog here earlier. She ran off a while ago, though I don't think she had an owner, but it really wanted to play. We tried to play fetch with her, but she looks like she took the softball and ran. I think she ate it, actually. She was a lot for a dog. Here, take another softball. Might come in handy later. Many thanks, Craig. Don't think we'd have any luck with the aquarium. We arrive at the cul-de-sac to find everything normal, except... Uh-oh, Hugo's front door is wide open. She can open doors. This is classic Duchess Cordelia, a telltale sign. We should approach with caution. Whatever goes down in there, I've got your back. We creep up onto the porch and step inside. They're sitting... Oh my god, Duchess. Is that a mastiff? Is that a mastiff? Oh, she's beautiful. They're sitting in the corner of Hugo's living room like she owns the damn place. It's one of the biggest dogs I've ever seen. Woof. Well, she hasn't broken anything in here yet. Wonderful. Now all we have to do is get this leash on her before she tries to escape again. And get out of here before Hugo comes home. Easy peasy. Duchess, come here. The Duchess eyes Darian wearily, as he approaches, she begins to growl. She's on her guard. We'll need another plan. I think the banana bread is the best option. I reach into my pocket and pull out a slice of graceful banana bread. Matt gave me. Duchess sniffs the air and hones in on the bread. Come here, girl. Nice and easy. I've got some yummy homemade vegan and possibly gluten-free banana bread if that's what you're into. Duchess cautiously approaches me and gives the bread a good sniff before gently taking it from my hand and dropping it onto the ground. Like dogs always do for some reason, she curls up and starts munching on the bread. Success! Damien walks up behind the Duchess and attaches the leash to her collar. She immediately notices and starts whining. It's time to go home now, Duchess. Damien gives a tug on the leash. She won't move. Duchess, what happened to our report? You and I used to be bosom buddies. She still doesn't move. She's huge. There's no way we could even try to lift her. Well, this is a weird situation to be in. I think we're literally trespassing in our friend's house with a large dog. What are you nerds doing? That's either going to be Mary or that's going to be Richard. Robert, I meant. No, it's Ernest. Ernest stands in the doorway with a plate of pizza rolls. Don't tell your dad about this. I'm definitely telling Hugo about this. Hey man, be cool. I am cool. Cool enough to not tell your dad? You're good. The Duchess notices Ernest and starts pulling against the leash. Why is this dog in my house? It's a long... The Duchess suddenly breaks free of Damien's grip and hurtles towards Ernest. Ah! Ernest and the Duchess fall into the ground, pizza rolls flying everywhere. This is bad. Ernest, are you okay? Ernest feeds the Duchess a pizza roll. Hey, she likes pizza rolls. Ernest sits up, but the dog keeps licking his face. Oh, hey. Hugo stands at the door, looking like he's at a loss for words. What? Why are you guys... Whose dog is this? It's a long story, but it involves a large dog who knows how to open doors. Broof. Hugo, may I present to you Duchess Cordelia. Or Cordelia. How do you do? Borf. We're friends. The Duchess looks at Ernest's face. She's from the local animal shelter. She got out and we've been chasing her all around town. Your house was her final stop. Dad, can we keep her? Ernest, I don't know if we're set up to take care of
Whoa!
Wait, did you just call me Dad? Come on, please, look how cute she is. Hugo sighs.
Oh.
We had been talking about adopting a dog for a while. But you have to promise that you'll take good care of her. Yeah, I'll give her all the pizza rolls her little heart desires. I suddenly remember what's going on. I suddenly remember what's on the back of this map and pull out a pen and paper. A pen from my pocket. Got the form ready for you, if you're interested. I'll even waive the adoption fee since, we technically broke into your household. Well, alright, it's a deal. Hugo steps onto the porch with us and signs the forms while Ernest plays with Duchess inside. He sure seems to be happy with his new friend.
Yes.
I know. He called me Dad. Can you believe it? Damien places a hand on Hugo's shoulder. I certainly can. I think this will be really good for Ernest. It should teach him some responsibility. You should probably look into getting a better lock on your doors, though. The Duchess is a wily one, but do right by her, and she'll love you two forever. Thank you. Long story short, the Duchess now lives in a happy home, and neither of us were charged for breaking and entering. So, all in all, I think this was a fine day's work. Nice work, you two.
Hey.
Fox, you could be a valuable asset to our team of volunteers, If you ever feel like petting some puppies, hit me up. Mary, I always feel like petting puppies. Good to know. Well, I'll catch you fellas later. Mary starts to leave. Oh, and one last thing. Damien's been telling me about you. Glad he finally brought you around. Oh, yeah. Damien's my special boy. I love him. We go way back to when I got a vested interest in his health, success, and well-being. If you ever hurt him, Mary,
Hey.
you can fill in the blanks. I gulp. Yes, ma'am. Mary leaves me alone with Damien. So, about the whole goth thing, I completely understand if you aren't interested in me anymore. What? Am I missing something here? I'm not a cool goth prince. I'm boring. I own 5 pairs of tennis shoes. I wear dumb glasses. Don't you care? He looks so nervous. I wear dumb glasses. Damien, do you really think I only like you because of all the goth stuff? That's all cool, but the best thing about you is how passionate you are about the things you love. History, art, Victorian fashion, dogs, store solutions. It doesn't matter what it is, you care, and that's awesome. And also, the glasses are very cute. You don't think I'm boring at all? If you're boring, then I don't know what that makes me. I spend too much time online shopping for flashlights. I get excited to mow my lawn on Saturdays. I get cranky about commercials being too loud. I've been thinking about making my own peanut butter. Then maybe we can be boring together. It would never be boring if it was with you. Damien suddenly closes the gap between us and pulls me into a hug. He buries his face on my shoulder. His hair smells like lavender and rosemary. I was so scared you wouldn't like me. Quite the opposite. Damien pulls away for a second and looks me in the eyes. Without the color context, his eyes are so dark and soulful. May I kiss you? Do bats have wings? Thou art welcome. Thou art welcome. Verily, you may take upon yourself the... You know what? Just kiss me. He smiles slightly and leans in, giving me a gentle kiss. Damien pulls away and gives me an intense look. Do you want to... help me take care of the puppies? Yes. Damien and I arrive back at the cul-de-sac, our fingers intertwined. Like a proper gentleman, he walks me to my doorstep. This was lovely. Thank you for understanding. Thank you for everything. I'm very happy. I can be myself around you. I'm glad. But I have one request. What's that? Can we keep sending each other letters? But of course. Damien kisses me one last time before turning around and heading home. Amanda runs back to the couch from the window and tries to look nonchalant as possible. Hello, Father. I was sitting here on the couch this entire time. Hi, Amanda.
Huh.
So, are you guys, like, starting a vampire coven together? Oh, plot twist. Mothman. Damien's actually Mothman. I didn't see it coming either. Genius. Well, whatever's happening, I'm really glad you two are happy. You deserve it, Dad. Aw, shucks. I'm gonna head to bed. Catch you in the morning? Sure thing. I make my way to my room and fall into my bed with my heart full, excited for the days to come.
Are you familiar with the works of Corey Feldman? He simply slayed in The Lost Boys.
So he does watch The Lost Boys, of course. Okay, and this is going to be the final part where we do the celebration. So we're just gonna unfortunately fast forward through this.
Yeah.
Aw, Damien's in his casual attire. I love that. So everyone does their best wishes and stuff.
Hey.
Oh, I should have read some of that. Whoops. Robert, Matt, Lucien. Oh, Lucien. Yes, Lucien. Thanks for inviting me to your party. Anytime, bud. I know we had a rocky start, but I'm glad to know you. I hope you know how much your dad cares about you. Yeah. My dad's had a rough couple of years, and I know that it must not have been easy for him to raise me alone. He's kind of a weird guy, but I love him a lot, and it seems like you make him happy. So, you're cool in my book. Thank you, Lucien. That means a lot to me. Sure. Let me know if you want me to give you... And let me know if you want me to give you a stick and poke sometime. Thanks for coming by, Lucien. See you around, folks. I kind of wish I didn't fast forward to that now. Ugh. Aw. It's always so sweet. I take a seat next to Damien as the last guest makes their way out of the party. Did you know that in Victorian era they would call benches seedy boys? What, really? I'm kidding, Fox. But what if? It's good to see you and Civies again. Thank you. I had a revelation the other day, Fox, and I think it was largely due to your continued influence on me. There was a version of myself that might have been embarrassed to show my true form, my informational technology form. But what you said about me, about how my passion was what you truly admired, that emboldened me to feel like myself regardless of how I choose to dress and act. Instead of separate entities, they are simply different They are simply different facets of myself, a three-dimensional human being with his own thoughts, wants, and needs. I love dressing the way that I do, but feeling constricted by what I thought was my own personal brand made me lose sight of why I did this in the first place, to make myself happy. I place my hand on Damien's and I feel a light squeeze. Looking up, I'm greeted by Damien's warm smile. I'm trying to be more comfortable with who I am, rather than dwelling on who I could be to other people. I can't stop smiling. I'm so proud of him. Damien, I'm so happy you've realized that you can be a dog-loving goth. Me too, Fox. Me too. I feel myself inching closer and closer to Damien. I go to brush a lock of hair out of his face, and I'm shocked at how soft it is. How is your hair so soft? Dog shampoo. I keep running my hands through his hair. He leans closer to me, placing a hand on it on the side of my face. He strokes my cheek with his thumb. You know, public displays of affection were considered scandalous in the Victorian era. Damien pulls me in for a kiss. But I think I can make an exception for you. And fast forward through this. I really enjoy Damien's story. It's really nice. Oh my goodness, we got through Craig, we got through Brian, we got through... Aw, the picture of Fox and Amanda. That's so cute. We got through Craig, Matt, Hugo, Damien, and Brian. So we have Joseph. We have Joseph and... What is it? Roger? Is that his name? Robert? Roberts. We have Robert. We have Joseph, Roberts, and... I think that's it. We just have Joseph and Robert left. Yeah. Did we date Matt yet? I think we did. Thou art scandalous with a sketchy portrait. So yeah, we just have Robert. Let's see. We dated Hugo. We dated Craig. We dated Brian. We dated Matt. So yeah, I'm pretty sure it's just Robert and Joseph left. Oh, thank you for joining me on this year's adventure of Dream Daddy for Pride Month. I think next we're gonna go for Robert next year. It's crazy that I'm doing this series once a year, but honestly, I think it's really good because I forget most of the story within that time frame, so I'm able to enjoy the opening again. I'm able to enjoy, you know, interacting with the characters again, and I get to enjoy the jokes again and again. So yeah, I think next we're gonna be doing Robert. So I hope you guys are looking forward to that. But with that being said, I've been Xbox1. You guys have been awesome. I'll catch you in the next one. Goodbye, lovelies.